Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Keith with Craps TX. Thank you so much for tuning in as always, and as always, please hit that thumbs up for us. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when we put out another video, such as this one. So, first of all, I'll apologize. I got a little sunlight coming in there, but blinds are closed, but it still pokes through, but we'll take sunlight any day. Been having days and days of rain, so we'll take the sunshine while we can. So, for today's video, it's not really a named strategy or anything like that. I guess we can throw a name in there towards the end. Maybe we'll figure something out. I've seen it as parts of other strategies, if that makes sense. Maybe somebody else made a video where they started out like this, but I'll show you what we're going to do. First of all, we're getting set up here with $600 because we're going to start out with $60 per shooter. So that's enough for 10 shooters. If we get to that, hopefully the first few will be better for us or good for us. But here's 400, 500, 600. I just have it in green and black just to make it easy in the beginning. I don't have to fumble around with a lot of red chips. I'll just deal from the dealer's bank over here. And let's get set up, or we'll show you what we're going to do. So we're not the shooter. We're not going to play the pass or don't pass. We're going to wait for a point to be set. Let's say the point is 9. We're going to throw out 60 bucks and say, dealer, please set me up on the 6 and the 8. This is a $15 table, by the way. But you could play it at the $5 or $10 level, I guess, as well. 25, you would have to adjust and go up. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So with this 6 and 8, what we're going to do is hope for a hit. When one of those hits, that 30 is going to pay 35. We'll take a figurative dollar over here and throw it in, and you're now at $96. Tell the dealer to take you 96 across. So with that one hit of the 6 or 8, we are immediately up to $96 plus the dollar. Well, 95 plus the dollar. And we're going to take us to 30 or 96 across. Sorry, I'm fumbling around here. It is still early. I always film these in the morning, and I know I've said it many times before, but yeah, I'm on my first cup of coffee, so bear with me. Not bears with me, but bear with me. All right, so there you go. We are set up at 96 across, and we're only $61 in. We started out with that 30 each on the 6 and 8, threw in an extra dollar after a hit, and there we go. There's 96 across. Now, that's the strategy. Get to 96 across. Now from here, you can do whatever you want. If you want to pull that 4 and 10 down right now, you don't even have to play 96 across, do it. Take them down. Then you're 66 inside. So there's your other strategy, 66. But yeah, you can do anything from here. You can press up by a unit, you can power press, you can split the sisters, whatever you could think of to do at a $15 table with every number covered there. So we'll go ahead and get it taken down here and set up, and hopefully we'll be able to get that 96 across fairly quick and show you how it goes. What I'm going to do, I'm probably just going to power press, or at least the first couple of hits, and then press and collect maybe. So all right, let's get set up here. We'll get a set of dice for our shooter number 1. I always go for that 8, so there's a 5, 3, 8. And we're looking for a point. Again, we're not the shooter, so we're not playing the pass or don't pass. I guess I could do it one time where I am the shooter, but I guess if I was right there, I'd be a frontline winner. 617. We need a point. There's a 527. Can I get a 437? No, but I can get a 65 yo. So that's 3 frontline winners in a row. Might have been good to be on the pass line. There's 4 in a row. That's a 65 yo, and I'm rhyming all the timing. Another 65 yo. Yo's abound. There's box cars, so we're trying to get all of the ATS numbers out of the way, even though we're not playing in ATS. And there is a hard 4. What do you know? We got a box number. Yay! And now, so we're going to throw down $60. We'll just take 75. Let's do that. All right. So dealer set me up $30 on the 6 and 8. So he'll first of all give you $15 of change, and say, absolutely, we'll get you set up $30 on the 6 and 8. And let's get a hit so that we can spread out to 96 and see how this thing goes. There we go, 5, 3, 8. So as I said, that pays 30, pays 35. We're gonna throw in a dollar. I don't have a dollar, so I'm gonna get change. There's 4 and 5, so I'm gonna throw in a dollar. That's now a total of 96 out there. Dealer, please take me 96 across. And he will gladly do that, he or she. let's just say the dealer. Always be kind to your dealers. They're handling your money. Hopefully they're paying you some money if you get some hits. And let's get set up. So that is, like I said earlier, 15 across on all the numbers, and then we go to 18 on the 6 and 8 because they have to be in increments of 6. All the other numbers are increments of 5. All right, so let's cap those off with 3 white each. And there we go. So we are $61 invested, and we are 96 across. So not bad so far. Now we just got to get some hits to recoup some of that money. And there's another 6-5 yo. And if I just played the yo and parlayed it, I'd be rich. And there is a 5-3-8. Okay, so that 20 or 18 is going to pay 21. I always get ahead of myself on the numbers. So we're going to throw down $3. That'll make it 24. And I'll tell the dealer to take my 6 and 8 up to 30. So 18 and 12, 18 and 12. So that's 30. Just to explain without having to spread all the chips out there. And I apologize if you hear some noise in the background. Apparently it is landscaper day for my neighbors. And they are very loud. So I apologize if you hear any motorized machinery in the background. Motorized machinery, does that make sense? 6-2-8. Okay, 30 pays 35. So what are we going to do now? Well, we can do whatever we want, remember? Once we're up to that 96 level, you can do anything you want. So what I'm going to do is tell the dealer to take me up to 42 on my 8. So he'll take those 2 red, and if you got some white, you can throw them down. If not, you can get some change, which we are going to have to do, and we'll take 2 of those white and throw them on there. We now have 42 on our 8, and let's go. Let's get some more hits. We got a 1-4-5. Get that out of the corner there. 15 pays 21. I'm going to take $4 and throw it on the table. And that'll make it 25, and I'll tell my dealer to take me up to $40 on my 5. So we're power pressing the 5. So you see, we vested more money. So 61, and we put $3, 64, we put $4. That's $68 invested thus far. And wouldn't you know it, you start talking money, and Mr. 7 comes out and says, "Hey, thanks, I'll take that." And the 7 does just that. Let's say cinco dos adios. We are in Texas, so we speak a little Spanglish down here. All right, so that is it for shooter number 1. Let's get us a new set of dice and see if we can find a hot shooter. There's a 6-2-8. We'll take that. 8's my lucky number, or one of my lucky numbers. That's my lucky number, so I like 8. So that's why I do that all the time. So there is a 3-2-5. 5 will be our point. And again, we'll throw down $60, or in this case, 75, and say, dealer, take my 6 and 8 to 30, please. Get 15 and change, and set you up just like that, 30 each. Now, shooter, let's hit one of those, please. Thank you very much. 5-1-6, that is going to pay 35. And we'll throw $1 in, which we don't have, but we'll get change. There's 5 for 5. Right. Throw that $1 in and let it roll, baby, roll. Dealer, please take me to 96 across. Absolutely. We love to see a lot of money on the table. And just talk amongst yourselves as I get this set up, as I'm talking to myself and you guys. And thank you for watching. There we go. And cap off the 6 and 8 with 3 each. There we go. 15, 15, 18, 18, 15, 15. Thank you very much. 96 across. Let's hit one of them. All of them. 3-2-5. There we go. Point hit. That's cool. Even though we're not playing a pass line. 15 will pay 21. I'm going to throw down $4. That makes it 25. Dealer, take my 5 to 40, please. Little power press there. Absolutely. Now we're waiting for a point to be set. Bets are off. When the puck is off, our bets are off. We're not. You can work them if you want, but we're not going to. That is a 6-3-9. I don't know why I grabbed it with my hand. I guess because it was so close to me. So 9 will be our new point. And let's keep hitting some box numbers. Box numbers. I said box numbers, not a 5-2-7. So 5-2-7, and we're done for this shooter. So how's it going out there? Do you guys know how to set up 96 across? You've seen it a couple of times in pretty quick succession, as he said so convincingly. Puck will go off. Let's get us a new set of dice, and I think we're on shooter number 3. We're just rolling through the shooters. Pun intended, I guess, huh? Looking for a point. We have boxcars, 12 midnight, all the spots we got. And a 5, 4, 9. 9 will be our point. I think it was just the point as well earlier. So now we have a couple of quarters and a couple of nickels that we can throw down, which would be $60. Please set my 6 and 8 up at 30 each. Absolutely. Positively. Now let's hit one of them, shooter. Shooter number 3. Are you going to do some good? There's a 6, 2, 8. That works right away, right out the gate. That's going to pay us 35. And hey, what happens next? Well, we get change for that 5. And we throw $1 down. Why? Because we're going to ask the dealer to put us 96 across. That's easy. Have you guys seen that before? Absolutely you have. Seems like that's all we've done thus far is set that up, which is a good thing. At least we're getting a hit or two, but you know, it'd be better if we get 10 or 12 hits. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? Might be begging for money here if we keep running out. All right, oh, let's set up the 6 and 8. Got the little hat on there. All right, so 96 across. Now let's hit some box numbers, shooter. 6, 4, 10, that'll work. 15 pays 27. Dealer, just take that quarter right there and leave it on that 10 and give me my $17. And he'll do that, he or she. They, them, whomever. And yeah, so we're starting to rack a little bit now, so that's good. And a back-to-back 10, a hard 10. That 25 is going to pay 50 for 1. Got to pay the vig on that buy bet. Dealer, take my 10 to 50. So we'll leave that 1 quarter out there and we'll take a quarter, put it in our rack. Let's get some more hits. There we go. 3 times in a row. 6, 4, 10. 50 is going to pay 100. Whoa. And now we have a black chip on the board. And that vig is on 50. What is that? Is it $2 on the 50? I think it is. Hopefully it is. I mean, it's semantics. It may just be $1 or $2 off. I apologize for not knowing the exact number of the vig, but I think it's $2 on 50. So we have a black chip on the table, and that number 10 right there accounts for all the $96 that we had. So yeah, 10 is hitting. Let's get it some more. 6, 2, 8. All right. Excuse me. 18 is going to pay 21. We'll throw down $3. Dealer, please take my 6 and 8 up to 30 each. That's why we throw the $3 in to bring that up to 24. That way we can put 12 more each on the 6 and 8, and that takes those up to 30. Casino math. Never see that on Sesame Street. All right, let's go. Let's get some more inside box numbers, outside box numbers, just box numbers, please. There we go. Square pair. 8. That 8's going to pay 35. 30 pays 35. Dealer, take my 8 up to 42. So they'll put the 2 red on there, and if you throw them a couple of white, they'll place them on top for you. And you now have 42 on your 8. All right, let's get some more box numbers. 639. All right, that's our point. And it's also a number that has money on it because all of our box numbers have money on it after we spread out to 96. That 15 is going to pay 21. I am going to take $4, which I don't have enough singles, but I'll get them. There's 5, so I'm going to take 4 of that 5. And that makes that 21 hit a quarter now. Please take my 9 up to $40. They'll do that. And we are off. Puck is off, bets are off. We are looking for a new point. 6, 2, or I'm sorry, 2 by 4, 6. Get ahead of myself there. A little lumber. So that's our new point. Bets were not working. They are now. 6, 3, 9. All right, that's another hit on the 9. That 40 is going to pay 56. Dealer, please take my 9 up to 60. So that's a quarter there. And 2 green, 2 red, $60. And so we're going to put, what, 36 back in our rack. And let's condense some of this down, and you can visually see that we have a black chip in our rack. On the winning side, I mean, that's our initial bankroll there. Now, at any time you can regress if you wanted to. Go down to 96 again, go down to 66, go down to the 30 again. If you want to pull some of that money off the table, that way you're not in jeopardy of losing it. But there is a good hit there. 6, 4, 10. That 100 is going to pay 200. I believe that's for a $5 vig. So there's our $5 vig. And dealer, take my 10 to 150. So we're gonna have to get change for 100, which is all right by me. There's 100, and we'll take that 10 to 150 and rack 50. All right, dice are out. There is a hard 8 square pair. That 42 is gonna pay 49 or 50 for one. Dealer, take my 8 to 60. So that is 2 green and 2 red. So then we're pulling 32 back to our rack. And again, we can condense down and get us another black chip. All right, so far so good with this shooter. Let's get another box number. There is a 325. The 15 is gonna pay 21, or if we throw in $4, and that'll take it up to a quarter. Dealer, take my 5 to 40. There is 40 on the 5. Little power press there. And dice are out. Looking for another one. There is a 2x4 6 point hit. All right, the 30 is going to pay 35. Dealer, take my 6 to 42. Actually, you know what? Puck is off. Let's go ahead and regress. Let's pull some of this money off the table. Let's be smart about this. Let's just go down to 96 across again. Okay, so we'll take all this down and get set up on 96 across. I guess I could have left that there, but we're going to pull back a pretty good amount of money there. Let's get set up first and see what we're left with. Get some change. 2 and 3. Okay, and we need more change for the white. Well, let's pull it off of that. Okay, there's 4 and 5. All right, so cap off at 6 and 8 with 3 each. There we go. So we are pulling what, 100, 200, 275, 85, 95. We're pulling 295 back to our rack. Let's go ahead and condense that down while we're talking about it. Awesome. So we got a little over $600 over there. Not bad. Not bad. All right, we're looking for a new point. Shooter's hot. There's a 527. Good time for it while that puck is off. Frontline winner. And a 145. 5 will be our new point. All right, and we're going to be looking for some more box numbers. Let's get them. Nope, 437 out. Okay, so that's it for that shooter, but we did regress in time. How about that? I made a smart play for a change. All right, so we'll move on to shooter, whatever we're on now, 4 or 5, I think. I'm not sure. Get a new set of dice. There is the 6-2. We'll pull that down, and let's go ahead and let's get this out of the way. That was the winning for that shooter. Condense that down. There's another black chip. All right. So what are we pulling off there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $600. That is awesome. All right. So there. Don't know what to say. It works so far, at least. There's a 527 frontline winner, but it's not a point number. There is a point number, 549. All right, now we're gonna throw out 60 bucks, which we don't have change, so we're gonna have to throw down 100. The dealer will give you 40 back. And set me up for 30 each on the 6 and 8. Absolutely. I will do that for you, because you are a smart gambler. Let's get one of those hit. No, let's get a 527. Well, so they're gonna try to take their money back since we did so well on the last shooter. So you can see, you can get, sniped there, 527. Not a perfect strategy. None of them are. It's how you play them that determines if you're going to walk away a winner, or at least salvage your money. If you're starting to get hit too hard in the beginning, walk away and come back to play another day. There's a 549. 9 is our point. Let's go ahead and throw down 60 bucks once more. Set me up for 30 each on the 6 and 8, gladly. Now let's hit one shooter. There we go. 2x4 6. All I had to do was ask, which I thought I did last time as well. Pays 35. We're going to throw down $1. That is now $96. What do we do now? Well, we asked the dealer to set us up for 96 across. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, says the Deezer. The Deezer? Speaking What'd they call that? Missy Elliott. Yeah, whatever. All those random things that triggers off a neuron in my brain that make me think of something. All right. There is the 96 across. Awesome sauce. Man, I'm just rhyming all the time. 639, that is our point, but is also a winning hit. That 15 will pay 21. We're gonna throw $4 down. I don't have 4, so I have a nickel. I'll get $1 and change. That makes it a quarter now, and I'll take that 9 up to 40, please, dealer. Bets are off, puck is off. Let's look for a new point. Let's go shooter. You've done good so far. Hard 6. 6 will be our new point, and our bets are back on. Let's hit some of these numbers. There is a 3-2-5. 15 will pay 21, or like we did on the 9, we'll throw down $4, which we don't have, but we'll make change, and that'll make that a quarter. Take my 5 to 40. All right, so we are now invested in quite a bit more than what we started out with on this shooter. There is a hard 4, so let's start recouping some of that money. That 15 is going to pay 27. Sorry about that. Bouncing chips off the table here. Dealer, take my 4 to 25. Let's buy it. Buy it just means you get a little bit better payback on it, but you do have to pay a vig, a commission. There is aces, spot to dot, 2 craps. And there is a hard 4, right back again. That works. That 25 is going to pay 50 for 1. Dealer, please take my 4 to 50. There you go. And put a quarter back in our rack. Let's get a few more hits so we can get caught up. There is a 3-2-5. 40 is going to pay 56. Dealer, please take my 5 to 60. So that is 2 green and 2 red. So we'll pull back $36 to put in our rack. And we'll condense that down to quarter. So we now have, what, $77? So we're pretty much even for this shooter. There is a 2x4-6. That is our point. It is also a hit. We're going to throw down, that's going to pay 21. So we're going to throw down $3 and tell the dealer to take the 6 and 8 to 30 each, which if you do the math, 12 and 12, 18 and 18, that's 30. So that'll look something like that. A little something like this. It's like this and like that and like this. And all right, that was a point, right? Yep, it was. So now we're right back on the 6. And the bets were off. They're back on now. Looking for some more box hits. Any box number, please. There is a 6, 2, 8. That 30 is going to pay 35. We're going to throw down $2 and tell the dealer to take us to 42. Put those 2 red on there. Oh, we don't have $2, but we'll make change. There is 2, and we'll take 3 back to our rack. There is 42, and we'll pull back a quarter, which we're now at 4 quarters. So that is 100, and we are a black chip in our rack. So we are in the positive, I think, for this shooter, just by a few bucks. And wouldn't you know it, Mr. Big Red comes out and says, well, you're done with that shooter. We can't let you get up too much money. Let all that money go to your head. Let's just stop this right now in its tracks. So 6-1, and we're done with this shooter. Do we have time? That's 23 minutes. Let's see if we can squeeze another one in here. I don't like to drag the videos out too long. I think we get the gist of the idea. But yeah, let's go ahead and get one more shooter in real quick. We'll put that in our rack. So far, so good. So let's not lose it all. There's nothing there, so we'll just take that boxcars, and we're looking for a point. There's a 5-2-7. That's a frontline winner. It's not a point. Need a point. There's a hard 8 square pair. That'll do. Let's get us 60 bucks on the table. There's 100 because I don't have the change, but now I'm going to have a little bit of change because he's going to give me 40 back. And set me up for 30 each on the 6 and 8. Gladly, Mr. Craps player. All right, now let's hit a 6 or an 8 shooter. There we go. Thank you so much. A 1-5-6. That 30 is going to pay 35. Throw $1 down. That makes it 96. And you know the drill. So why don't you guys go ahead and set it up? I know you can't do it, but that's what I'm here for. I'll go ahead and set it up. Dealers, please take me to 96 across, since I had $96 out there on the table. Yes, sir. Gladly. and cap off 6 and 8. And again, just to reiterate, if you haven't been paying attention, if you were dozing while you're watching this, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it lively. 15, 15, 18, 18, 15, 15. We're at 96 across. Awesome sauce. Rhyming all the timing. All right, 1, 2, 3, craps, ace deuce. There is a 1, 5, 6. 18 is going to pay 21. We're going to throw down $3. Should know the drill there as well. That makes it 24. And with that 24, we'll say take my 6 and 8 to 30 each. And that's how it goes. Leave a red out there, take the rest back. And the math works. If you need to slow it down, reverse it, flip it, whatever. There is 2 craps, spot and a dot, aces. 6, 4, 10, that works. 15 will pay 27 on that 10. Dealer, please take my 10 to 25 and buy it, which is why we put it in the middle of the number there. We were buying it. I don't have the little lammers that say buy, so we'll just have to trust me that I am telling you correctly that I'm buying the 10. 5, 4, 9. 15 will pay 21. We'll throw in $4. Don't have 4, but I got 5, and I'll take $1 change. Thank you very much. That'll make it a quarter. Please take my 9 to 40. That works like that. And let's keep going, shooter. There is a hard 4. That works on the other end. $15 will pay 27. Dealer, please take my 4 to 25. Oh man, there we go. Set up and out. All right, we'll condense these down real quick. There's 5 white for a red and 5 red for a green. So we've got 30 bucks over there. We need some more. We got to get positive on this shooter. There is a 415. Oh, my voice just cracked. 15 will pay 21. We'll throw down $4. Gotta go down on the other side, and we'll get $1 change there. And take my 5 to 40. And there we go. All right, we were more money invested into this shooter, and there's a 5, 2, 7. All right, so that is going to be it for that one. But you got to see a positive shooter in there, and a few ways or a few times of us setting up at 96. And yeah, so the lawn crew next door is going to start making a whole lot of noise. So it's a good time to end this video. So that was the I don't know what to call it. One hit and spread them. How about that? That's off the top of my head. One hit and spread them. So let's get a count here and see what we are left with. Remember, we started off with $600. I believe we have a little bit more than that, and that is awesome. 4, 5, 6. There's our 600. 7, 8, 9. There's 900, 950, 55, 60, 65, 966. So that was a $366 profit. We'll take that any day. So again, like I said, that was the one hit and spread them. $15 table strategy. You start off with 30 on the 6 and 8. One hit pays 35. Throw down $1. Take it 36 plus 30 plus 30 is 96. Set you up for 96 across, and from there, whatever strategy you want to run. You have every number covered, so you can leave them all covered and press and collect. You know, power press, pull the 4 and 10 down, and just play 66 inside. However you want to do it. So, as the lawn crew gets noisier. Let's go ahead and end it here. My name is Keith. crapstx@gmail.com is our email. Send us any suggestions or comments that you may have. You can also comment down below. And also check the description down below for some links and other information. So that has been it. My name is Keith. As I said earlier, this is CrapsTX. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.